Hello everyone, this is the Daily Joker 77. Welcome to the second blog on the channel. So today we are going to be discussing my workout routine. Well, I'm discussing my workout routine, telling you guys, you know what I mean. So, any kind of workout routine starts with good stretching. So, my usual routine is that basically, let's see, what stretch do I start with? I basically will... Oh yeah, that's right, my legs have to be shoulder width apart, and I have to be able to touch the ground, so basically my body should be like a perfect 90-degree angle with my arms and my legs, and my back should be nice and straight, hands should be touching the ground completely, arms should be like basically upright and everything. So, you just hold that for 10 seconds, and then you grab your ankle to the left 10 seconds, and then you grab your right ankle 10 seconds, and then you do that twice, so about 60 seconds total, so a minute. What was the other one? Then, what was it called? I forgot, because I wrote these down and I lost a piece of paper. And then the next one I do is, it's a kind of squat that stretches out your hamstrings. And basically one of my legs is bent, and if I were to crouch, and then the other is stretched out as wide as an angle as I can get. So basically I'm supporting my whole body on the ball of my foot and on my heel on the opposite leg for what was it? It's 10 seconds, and then 10 seconds to the other side, so I gotta do the same thing with my right leg to the left, so that is 10 seconds again, so 20 seconds total. And I do that for 2 sets. What was the other one? Oh yeah, the butterfly. When you're sitting in the when your legs are in the can't remember what it's called. What was it? We did this in track. It's butterfly something. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Pretty much, you're pulling your feet that are touching together. Pretty much you're sitting like this with your feet as close to your body as you can. So you have to really push your limits, and you basically have to sit like this and push down your thighs to get the stretch down. And you hold that for basically 10 seconds, 3 sets, so 10 seconds each. And then another one is where you're stretching your stance out, so you stretch your legs, apart as wide as you can, and you have to lean over and basically touch the ground. You're getting your back flexibility, so you're reaching far out as you can for 30 seconds. No, sorry, for 15, because this is 45 seconds total. So, let's see. Do that for 15, and then you're reaching over to your left leg for 15 seconds. Over to your right for 15 seconds. Do this 3 times. So 45 seconds each set. And that's the usual routine. Then I just added on some new ones. So I do front lunges, left then right, so 20 seconds each leg. Wall splits, which it's like you're doing the splits but against the wall. So you're laying on your back and your legs are doing the splits on the wall. It's a lot tougher than you think, actually, because I tried it and it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to do that stretch, and it's just helping your flexibility to do the splits, which you need to do with Taekwondo to get higher kicks. It helps out. And you do that for 20 seconds. So pike stretch means that your back is straight and you're reaching forward, not reaching down, you're just reaching forward to touch your toes with your back straight. That's the whole thing. You're trying to keep your back straight the whole time. And you do that for 20 seconds. That's a pike stretch. The hamstring stretch. Need some coffee. is where you're either doing the sitting up or laying down. If you're sitting up, you're putting, let's see if I can do an example here. Okay, so your legs are bent like this. Scoot a little over here, and then you're reaching with your, let's do this. So your leg is over like this, and you're trying to touch your chest, to your leg. And then the other way is while your foot is over your knee, you're laying down and you're pulling this leg back. You're pulling it as far back as you can to get that stretch, to stretch out your hips. It's an intense stretch. It really helps out and helps you to get your kicks down easier. Really good stretch. And then that's for 20 seconds. So yeah, do it sitting up, or you can do the part of it laying. You can do the opposite of laying down and try it that way. I like to do it laying down because it just helps out. Okay. Gotta have my coffee, man. I swear, gotta have it. Cannot be sane without it. Okay, here's my kick routine, and then I'll get into my other workout routine when I'm not doing my Taekwondo forms, including punches, elbows for the kickboxing techniques, and sometimes knee strikes. So I really like doing the front leg roundhouse kicks because it teaches you your turning kicks where you're lifting up your knee and then you're doing a body level roundhouse. Maybe you want to lift it up at 45 degrees to get that head kick. Then do that. So you do the front leg roundhouse kicks, 10 on each leg. You could do a variety of 100 kicks of whatever you want to do. And then I like to do hook kicks. So I either do it from the rear or do it from the front. So front leg or rear leg. And you do 10 hook kicks on each leg 10 times. That's 20. And body roundhouse kicks, you're doing the turning kick. You're lifting up your knee from your rear leg and you're kicking forward. You're not doing a full roundhouse kick. It's a turning kick. Just turning, lifting up your knee, going to the body. Lateral. Like this. So you're just kicking horizontally, I should say. Horizontal kick. Do that for each leg 10 times. That is 60 kicks now. And then, which I need to work on, is the side kick. In Taekwondo, you can either do it from the rear, you could do it from the front leg of either leg. So you're just basically lifting up your leg diagonally, and you're thrusting with your hips, putting your weight on your opposite leg, and you're thrusting to the side, thrusting out that kick. So you do that for each leg 10 times. Now that's 80. My favorite kind of roundhouse kicks. These are really fun. The roundhouse kick can be to the body, it can be to the leg, it can also be to the head. I love to do head level roundhouse kicks. It gives you a really good workout and builds up your strength and builds up your balance and your flexibility. So what you're doing is, it's just like the turning kick, but a little opposite. The roundhouse kick is a full turning kick, as it's called, where you're basically doing that full motion. You're getting up your leg into a chamber, full turn, full wound up power into that kick. And you're lifting your knee up 45 degrees, kicking right to the head. It's a circular motion, so once you connect, you follow through the full circle back to stance. Since I'm a right leg kicker, I try to be ambidextrous, which I'm getting to be ambidextrous now, so I can kick from either leg for the roundhouse kicks. So I just prefer my right leg. It's just easier for me. Still got to work on my left, which I always do all the time. So that's 100 kicks. Now, if I want to, if I have the energy, I will try the other kicks I need to do. And then I'm starting to get into. Okay. Let's see here. The spin hook kick. Very difficult kick. If you're now just getting into it, it's very difficult. You need to get your hook kick in a proper, what's the term I'm looking for? you need to have a proper you need to have proper hook kick down and be able to kick higher and level. So you need to be able to kick high and level. So to get that down, then you can move on to the spinning hook kick, which is where you're basically you're gonna be kicking, you're gonna do the kick for your rear leg. So let's say you're doing it with your right leg, your left leg is gonna be out in front. You turn, you're pivoting. So the whole time you're pivoting on the ball of your foot, and basically when you turn, your legs are going to be lined up, dead center line, and you're going to turn, you're going to spot your target. So peripheral vision, you're spotting your target, and then your hook kick is going to come in nice and tight. So you have to, it's a little about timing, it's about proper technique, proper form. So what helps me out to start it is once I come about, let's say my head is center line, I'm kicking this way, hooking it. So I'm pushing, tucking, pushing, tucking. So I'm kicking out, then I'm tucking in my leg for the hook kick. So I'm hooking it. Right here, hook. So your hook kick should be center line. Should be nice and high or nice and level, whichever way you're able to do it. If you're not able to do the pivot properly, stepping over into the pivot can really help out. It helps me out a lot to get my kick better. It's starting to become faster. It's starting to not be predictable. It's getting tighter in for the form, so I'm doing good. So I do 10 each on each leg. And then a back kick, which is one of the easiest kicks to do, but can be a little difficult if you're too eager and you're doing it too quickly and not worrying about form and not focusing on technique, because it's a little harder than it looks. Because man, how does it explained? Okay, so you're starting out from the stance, and then you're basically targeting. So you're targeting. So basically you're turning over, you're eyeing that target. So then your leg is going to lift and it's going to thrust backwards. So you're trying not to make it look like a side kick. You're thrusting backwards. It's supposed to be a nice, your body angle is going to be really weird at first, but once you get the motion down, once you get the kick right, it is really effortless. So I'm trying to learn that as best I can. Without instruction, it's pretty tough. 10 each leg, obviously. And then the tornado kick, I'm starting to get this right. So once I get it right on my left leg, I'm doing it just on my right. I'm still training my left leg a bit, is when I feel like I can, or when I should. So once I get it down, I'm going to be doing 10 left, 10 right, 10 left. So get it ambidextrous, more on the left leg. I'll switch it up, right, left, right, eventually. So I would do 30 total for 3 sets. So 10 kicks, switching off for the 3 sets. The axe kick, which I need to learn a tutorial of and start to get into, it's what it implies. It looks like you're swinging an axe down to where your heel is the axe blade. So your leg is literally stretched out perfectly. It's basically reaching up. Boom. It's just coming down. It's a really powerful strike. So I don't exactly know all the mechanics. I'm still trying to find a tutorial to work it into my workout. But I've seen it performed, with the strike and everything. It's really devastating because it aims at the clavicle, and that's literally what can throw somebody off balance. And then we have the snap front kick. So you're basically chambering up your leg and you're snapping out. It's just like that. You're pushing. So basically you reach back and then boom. So basically it's a little lean control is what I've learned to do, and you just snap it. Easy as that. So I do that. Real easy kicks. 10 each leg. The double front kicks or the skip kicks are basically where you're standing a little forward with your stance, and you're throwing a kick, and then you're skipping with the other legs. So then you're going right into that roundhouse from your front legs. So technically they're double front roundhouse kicks. So 10 each. It's 2 per each time, so you count up to 10 by 2s. Lord. Yeah, so pretty much that's my workout for my kick routine. Excuse me, I thought I was going to belch. So, when I'm not doing my kicks, I'm focusing on the upper body strikes, which I need to do, which are the punches, the elbows, and occasionally a knee strike, because Taekwondo has its kickboxing. So, excuse me. So obviously I focus on the jab cross, I focus on the hook, the uppercut, occasionally the gut punch, because I love to do that kind of punch. It's really good one just to drive in that arm into the gut. It's a really nice punch. And the spinning back fist, which is in Muay Thai and Taekwondo, primarily Taekwondo. And I'll focus on the elbow strike, so the horizontal, the uppercut, the 12-6, the overhead, and the diagonal elbow strike. So overhead is turning like this, diagonal is down here, or coming up with the diagonal elbow strike up here. So there's multiple ways to do an elbow strike. I prefer the horizontal and the uppercut elbow strikes more than anything, and if I had to strike the leg, if I catch it, I'm going to do a 12-6. Meaning that literally your arm is from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So that's why it's called the 12-6. And I have to learn, again, multiple ways to do a knee strike, which can be flying, it can be standing, it can be a static, to where you're just standing and you're throwing up a knee. It can be two ways to do a flying knee strike. One is a static flying knee strike, to where one leg's jumping, lift off, and then you're jumping with your leg that's going to connect to the actual knee strike. It's a little deceptive. Things going to go left, the right one does the knee strike. It's really intuitive. And then I'll do my ab routine. Shit, I don't have the paper in front of me. Let's see here. I gotta grab it, so give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I grabbed a piece of paper. I wrote down my ab routine. So I do high knee taps for 45 seconds. And then Russian twists, 45 seconds. Leg raises, 45 seconds. Hip raises, same thing. The flare kicks, same time. Plank knees to elbows, same time limit. Chair sit-ups and seated in and outs. Those are really tough. It's building up and sculpting the abs that I need to get. I'll work in some push-ups, maybe some close grips, maybe some on the fists, maybe just, standard. I haven't tried one-handed push-ups in a while. Those are a little difficult. I have to get those right. Let's see here. What else do I do? Ab crunches. I have to fit those in anyway. Just stretching, sorry. Okay. What else? If I had a chin-up bar, I'd be using a chin-up bar, so I'd be doing chin-ups and pull-ups. What else do I do? Trying to think. Yeah, I think that basically covers it, and then I do a run if I feel up to it. So, pretty much that's my workout routine. Bottom line, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Usually I'll use muscle milk before workout and afterwards, and I'll eat a protein bar before. I like the Special K, double chocolate and peanut butter protein bars, which are excellent. Love those. And Muscle Milk, I usually drink the chocolate ones. So, yeah, that's usually what I use pre and post workout. Is Muscle Milk, and pre-workout I'll eat a protein bar. Gives me enough energy for it. I do also drink coffee, so that's also my routine. I'll drink some coffee waking up, and it'll get me some energy into my system. Eventually I'll talk about my diet once I can get back on it, the one I need to be on. Yeah, I'll see what else I have planned out for blogs, and hopefully get some new videos out. And the vocal cover of For Whom the Bell Tolls is coming this Friday, so stay tuned. This has been the Daily Drinker 77. I shall see you later.